Fear is a terrible financial advisor. Fear tells you to hoard cash when inflation is at 4%. Fear tells you to claim Social Security early because the system is going broke. Fear tells you not to touch your 401k principal because you might need it when you're 95. But today we're going to confront that fear. I'm going to walk you through the 5 most terrifying decisions you need to make before retirement. Most people avoid these because they feel risky. But as a fiduciary financial advisor, I'm telling you the real risk is doing nothing. Let's make better wealth decisions starting today. This is Brian. I've been a financial advisor for over 25 years, and I'm also a certified life and health coach. I recently put out a book called Momentous Decisions, and I believe that wealth isn't just about accumulation, it's about using your money as a tool for a richer life. I've sat across the table from hundreds of families over the years, and I see the same pattern. There are 5 specific topics where people kind of freeze up. They kick the can down the road because the decision feels scary. Today, we're going to unfreeze. We're going to look at the math behind each of these fears. So, decision number 1 is paying the tax man early, Roth conversions. Let's start with the one everyone kind of hates, voluntarily writing a check to the IRS. The fear is, why on earth would I take money out of my IRA, pay 22 or 24% tax on it now, just to put it into a Roth? I'm losing money today. The wealth decision is, you aren't paying more taxes, you're choosing when to pay them. The fear is that you're losing liquidity. But the reality is you're buying tax insurance against the future. So my take on this is, we know tax rates are historically low right now. We also know that when you turn 73 or 75, required minimum distributions will force you to take money out whether you want to or not. That can push you into higher tax brackets and spike your Medicare premiums, or IRMA. So some advice here is, don't convert everything. Fill up your current tax bracket. If you're in the 22% tax bracket and have 10,000 of room left before the 24%, convert that 10,000. You're locking in today's known rate against tomorrow's unknown threat. Decision number 2 is the guaranteed return, paying off your mortgage. This is the most emotional debate, I think, in personal finance. Should you carry a mortgage to retirement? The fear is, if you take 200,000 out of cash and pay off the house, I'm house rich and cash poor. What if I need that money for a medical emergency? Plus, my interest rate is only 3%. The wealth decision here is, mathematically, keeping a 3% mortgage while earning 5% in a money market or in fixed income investments makes sense. But behaviorally, entering retirement debt-free is a superpower. So my take is, paying off your mortgage lowers your burn rate. It means you need to withdraw less from your portfolio every month to survive. That protects you against sequence of returns risk. If the market crashes early in your retirement, you aren't forced to sell stocks just to pay back the bank. So some actionable advice is, if you're 5 years from retirement, stop looking at the interest rate spread. Look at your cash flow. If paying off the house allows you to sleep at night and lowers your required income, that peace of mind is worth more than the 2% arbitrage you might make in the market. Decision number 3, the betting game, delaying Social Security. Everyone is afraid Social Security is going broke, so they claim at 62. The fear is, I better get mine while I can. If I wait until 70 and die at 71, the government wins and I lose. The wealth decision here is, Social Security isn't an investment account, it's longevity insurance. It's the only inflation adjusted, government guaranteed annuity you'll ever own unless you have a pension. So my fiduciary take here is, by delaying from 62 to 70, you're guaranteeing an 8% annual increase in your benefit. Where else can you get a guaranteed 8% return? More importantly, if you are the higher earner, delaying ensures your surviving spouse gets the maximum possible check after you're gone. Claiming early is a decision that can hurt the surviving spouse later. So some actionable advice here is, run the break-even analysis. It's usually around age 80 or 81. If you're in good health and longevity runs in your family, the risk is living too long, not dying too soon. Delaying protects you from running out of money at age 95. Decision number 4 is spending your principal, the die with zero fear. This one is counterintuitive. I have clients with millions who are afraid to buy a new car. The fear is I can only spend the interest. If I touch the principal, I'm eating my seed corn. I'll run out of money. The wealth decision here is the purpose of the money was to support your life, not to make you the richest person in the graveyard. Refusing to spend principal often means you live kind of like a miser and leave a massive tax bomb later for your kids. My fiduciary take here is we need to switch from accumulation mode to decumulation mode. It's okay to see your account balance go down gradually in your 80s. That's the plan. If you have 2 million and you're living on Social Security alone, you're failing to use the tool you built. So some actionable advice here is create a go-go years budget for ages 65 to 75. Allocate a specific bucket of money that is designed to be spent down to zero on travel, hobbies, and memories. Give yourself permission to spend. Decision number 5 is the elephant in the room, long-term care. Nobody wants to talk about nursing homes. It's depressing, so we ignore it. The fear is insurance is too expensive. I'll just hope I don't need it, or I'll just self-insure. The wealth decision here is hope is not a strategy. You need to make a binary decision, insure it or fund it. My fiduciary take here is if you have $500,000 saved, a long-term care event can destroy your financial plan. You need some type of long-term care insurance. If you have 5 million, you can self-insure. The danger zone is the people in the $1 to $3 million range. One spouse gets Alzheimer's, spends $15,000 a month for 5 years, and the surviving spouse is left with a much smaller nest egg. So some actionable advice here is look at hybrid policies. These are life insurance policies with a long-term care rider. If you need care, it pays out. If you die peacefully in your sleep, your heirs get a death benefit. If you quit the policy, you get your premium back. It removes the use it or lose it fear. So here's the summary. The decisions you're afraid of, taxes, mortgages, death, and spending, are the exact decisions that define the quality of your retirement. Don't let fear drive the bus. Let math drive the bus. If you're stuck on any of these 5, that is exactly what I help clients with every day. Schedule a discovery call with me so we can look at the numbers so you can stop worrying and start living. If you'd like to schedule a discovery call, click on the link in the description of this podcast. And once again, this is Brian, the Wealth Decisions Guy. Thanks for listening, and I hope to see you next week.